Okay, y'all. So I am not a TikTok bitch. I'm not an influencer. I don't have no big following page. I'm just trying to spread awareness and get people to understand like what happened because like even for us, this shit just feels like now that we're back home, this shit feels so surreal that we're literally 24 hours later back because this shit does not happen. Like people do not get a chance to call their parents. Anyway, this is going to be a story about how we almost got kidnapped in Cartagena, Colombia, the first day there. So boom, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back in the story and tell y'all like every single sign that we had that should have told us not to even go. But like we're just gonna talk about the night. So my friend Janay and Lex, they're both TikTok famous. But Janay has a friend that was in Cartagena with us, like not with us, but she just happened to come on the same week as us because it's spring break. So she invited us to this bus party, like this bus tour. And she picked us up from a resort because she had a private driver. Like she had her own driver and she knew him. They was contacting each other like before the trip even happened. So she felt comfortable with him coming to get us as well. Cause although we were staying at a resort and we could have got a taxi or a cab with them, it just made sense since we're all going together that, boom, we're just gonna ride together. So they come pick us up. We're in the party bus. It's not even a party bus. Like, yes, there's music playing, but it wasn't like we were getting drunk. Let that be very known. We were not getting drunk. Yes, we might have been drinking, but it was a snoring off, like a 2% alcohol beverage. Like it was nothing. So after the party bus, after the bus tour, mind you, we went around the city 2 times, and the whole time we were going around the city, people kept stopping. That we made stops and you were able to get like drinks and you were like they were passing out beer and we made a pit stop to pee, y'all. We had to pay to piss, but like that's besides the point. So we after the bus tour was done, they had stopped at a club. We didn't go inside the club. We went to the restaurant next to it because all we kept talking about was being hungry because the resort food was not good. We really haven't ate. Like I said, I'm going to go in the backstory and tell y'all like how the experience was getting there because I will explain to y'all like why we were so determined on getting something to eat. We had kind of made a list of places to go. Like I said, I don't be on TikTok, but I had looked up on TikTok Cartagena Black Girl restaurants, like things for us to do while we're out there. Be prepared. Like you don't want to just go to a country and not know not a fuck thing and you just looking shit up and doing it. So we did things the right way, and we went to the restaurant that we had looked up. Like I can tell y'all the place. If y'all look it up, there's so many black people going to that restaurant. We went to the restaurant. The man gave us the menu on the drink menu side, and then he flipped it. All we ordered was food. All we drank was water. We were not drunk. We were sober. We were alert. And like, y'all, like what's the word when it's like we were talking about what was happening?
Foreshadowing.
The foreshadowing that we was doing. Like we was talking about a whole different event, and I'm the one that said, if my friends are ever in danger, it don't matter like boy, girl, woman, man, anything. Like I'm not trying to be funny. If y'all do anything towards my friends, I'm on defense mode. Like we had a circumstance where I literally was protecting my friend with my fist. Like I do whatever I gotta do for the people that I love. So we talked about that, and we went home. Like we were going home. We saw a taxi, and he said $50, but he was super eager, y'all. Like super eager. He was so eager for us to go. So we was like, nah, like, first of all, the $50 was a red flag because it was only a 23-minute drive. But again, it was like 1 o'clock. So I guess when we went to the second driver, the driver that we picked him, y'all. We picked him. The driver that we picked, he told us $50 too. We looking like, okay, y'all, this might be like how much we got to pay. We just got to pay. We want to go home. We want to go home, be safe. So we just did it, right? Boom, Janay in the passenger seat. I'm in the back seat behind the driver, and Lex is next to me in the back seat behind Janay, kind of diagonal to the taxi driver. Okay, part 2 coming soon. So we in the car. I put the GPS on my phone. I put the GPS on my phone simply because like I said, we always go on vacation, and I just like to know where I'm going and how long it's gonna take. Like it's not even about being safe. It's like how long we got till we can go home. You feel me? So I always put the GPS in my phone, and my phone was working the best. So I had it in my phone. I could see him like changing the directions, like he would miss the 100 foot. Like if we was going like 100 feet to the right, and he would just keep going. He would just keep going. And I'm like, okay, this is city, so he know where he going. Maybe it's a shortcut. Mind y'all, he didn't even put the GPS in his phone. So I'm just thinking, because he's a taxi cab driver and we're at a resort and it's a nice resort, maybe he's done this so many times that he doesn't even need the directions. So I have the directions to my phone. My eyes got so heavy because I'm gonna give y'all the backstory on how we even got there and like how there were so many signs for us not to go. But my eyes were so heavy. I only slept like 6 hours that whole trip. So my eyes were getting so heavy, and I told Janay, like, put it on your phone. Put the GPS on your phone. I still had the GPS on my phone because, like I said, Lex is sitting by me, so I want her to still be able to see it. That's why the phone was in my lap. So my eyes doze off, and I'm asleep. Y'all, I promise y'all, I was like this. Lex called my name and said, Maya, he trying to kidnap us. Immediately, I woke up. But before all that, because I'm asleep, I don't know what everything is going on. But basically, he was going down a speed bump. And when he's slowing down during a speed bump, he pressed the gear, moved the gear, turned around, snatched their phones out their hand. Immediately when he snatched them phones, Lex started beating him. Started beating the fuck out of him. She's like, nigga, what did she say? She was like, bitch ass nigga, like, bitch ass nigga. And Janay immediately started following that. When Lex started punching him, like the first couple punches, she said, Maya, he's trying to kidnap us. Y'all, I woke out of my sleep to find out my friends are getting attacked. I just told y'all in the other video, I don't play by my friends. I woke up, no questions being said. I'm not confused. I immediately started swinging on this man. So Janay hitting him, think about this, but backwards, right? So Janay hitting him on this side. I'm hitting him on this side. Lex is punching him on this side. We just punching this fool. Like, all I know is how to fight. I don't know how to, like, squeeze and bite and do that. I'm just fighting like this is a bitch that just fucked my nigga. I'm so... That you're trying to take my life, my friend's life. We got kids at home, families at home. I'm not playing that. So we just start punching. At this point, part three. I'm sorry. So like I said, immediately when I woke up, I started punching him. I started punching the fuck out of him. He could not take that. He did not understand what was happening. So he got off the car and got on Janay's side. When he got on Janay's side, he chest kicked her. All right, after he got on Janay's side, he came to my side. Me and this nigga is playing tug of war with the door. Like, he's trying to get me. This nigga hit me dead in my face. Like, I have a filter on this. It's so bad. On the other video, you can see I have a cut somewhere right here. This nigga punched me. When he couldn't get to me, Lex was when I say thank you God for Lex, even Janay, thank you God for the people that was with me, but Lex was being so vocal and telling us what we needed to do, but like we knew what we needed to do, but like we was on a mission. Like, now that it's being said out loud, okay, boom. So then Janay get in the front seat, she in the driver's seat. It's a stick shift, so we can't drive it. He go on Lex's side. That's when he chest kicked Lex. He hit Lex in the back of his, in the back of her head. He drug her by her wig, took her out the car. But y'all, like I said, this is not happening to us. I dragged Lex so motherfucking hard back in that goddamn car because you're not leaving without us. I pulled him in. So when that happened, like I said, my phone is on my lap. I don't know when it got off my lap, but I pulled her back in. I dragged him in the car with us. He's hitting us. Y'all, when he swung and hit me in my throat, I thought this nigga had a knife. I thought he had a knife to my fucking throat. I thought this nigga stabbed me in my throat. I thought it was over. But y'all, I'm still swinging. Like, I'm going like this because Lex is like right here and he's trying to pull Lex. I'm swinging. He realized that wasn't going to work. He got back to Janay. He came back to me. Y'all, this nigga that shit is undescribable. When I tell y'all, the pieces is still coming together, because even watching my friends' videos and watching this video, it's like, oh my God, I did pull you. Oh my God, like I was punching him. Like, oh my God, we really got chest kicked. We really had to run off the car. I know for sure Janay was trying to drive the stick shift, but like even Lex said when we first got in the car, like, I wish I knew how to drive a stick shift. We do not know how to drive stick shifts. That's not something we know how to do. All I know, y'all, is that this nigga attacked my friend from the back seat. He had been looking at her the whole ride there, and I didn't know because I was asleep. And let me tell y'all, I would never sleep in a car again, but I know it was not my fault. Like that, nobody is blaming nobody because we got out of the situation, and that was nothing but God. Like I said, he came to he came from every single direction twice. He came from his side. He had their phones. I don't know where my phone was at. When I got out the car, because we had told each other, like, hold on, this is going to be the outside part, y'all. Because we not even done. It's not even close to being done. Let me just add on the video. Janay was punching. I was punching. Lex did the biggest motherfucking one. That hoe is scratching, grabbing his balls. We put our fingers in his booty hole. We was doing anything to get him. I'm doing like anything you could think of. And that's why I really don't appreciate y'all coming in like the comments asking like why, like we could have did this or we should have did this or I shouldn't have been asleep or why y'all ain't wake her up or yada this and that. Y'all, we made it out. And we made it out because the idea of what we had going on is we not leaving one or the other. One or the other not going. Like it ain't, you either gonna take all three of us. Because all three of us staying. Like, if I got to get hoes down by the end of the night, I'm going to be holding these hoes' hands by the end. You know, I'm not letting go. I refuse to come back to Houston and tell Miss Emma or Kyrie that they don't have their daughter or mama. You feel me? So, we were so big on, like, making sure we got each other, right? So, he tried to drag me out the car a couple times. He done dragged Lex out the car a couple times. He done tried to get Janay. And I don't know how, but we got off the car. We just start running. We start taking off. But y'all, what's so crazy is when I was getting off the car, I could hear my phone or I have an Apple Watch as well. And it started making like that emergency noise, you know, like that. I don't know how to explain it, y'all. I heard it. So I thought I had it. We're running though. Like we ain't got no choice. We don't got no shoes on. We have no shoes on. Running barefoot. Like I said, y'all, I was asleep before this happened. I don't see my phone and see that we was 5 minutes away or however far we was. I'm thinking we 8 hours away. I'm thinking we in Bolivia. Y'all, I can't even say Cartagena. So y'all know I'm thinking we in what? I don't even know the cities in the country. Like I do not know, y'all. So I'm just praying to God. Like y'all, I was praying to my daddy. No, if y'all don't know, my daddy passed away. So I'm praying to my daddy, like, oh my God, please, this cannot be the end. Like, this cannot be the end. Like, please do not let this be the end. Like, I don't care how bad I want to see you. I don't care how bad I be speaking on. I just cannot. This cannot be the end. Like, we got to make sure Let's get home to her son. We got to make sure Janay go back to Minnie. Like, we got families. We got parents. We got mamas and dads. Like, no way. You know what I'm saying? So, we start running. Y'all, this man then got back in the car, started driving. Stopped. That's when we panicked. We panicked bad as fuck, but we still running. Panicking. He gonna get out the car and pick up the pieces. Because like I said, we are grabbing. We are playing tug of war with our lives. We are fighting for our lives. Janay done took off the interior. The middle of his shit is fucked up because we've been hitting him, knocking him, doing all types of shit. He's getting all that. Sassy ass nigga gonna throw Lex wig out the window and then drive off. But because we're running, I'm still looking back because I'm looking like this nigga better not turn back around and stop and hit us. Like, even though we just got out of this situation, we still got a whole bunch of obstacles to get from because I don't know where we're at. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning at this point. We've been fighting for at least 10 minutes. He done came on every side of the door. He came back on his side of the door. He done got in the car again. Like it, y'all, we was like, it's crazy. Okay, let me also add that Janay jumped on the car to get our phone. So he's driving. Janay has her hands on the on the passenger side in the front trying to get our phones. He's probably going 30 miles per hour and stops trying to brake check her. In my mind, I'm running behind my friend because in my head, if she's getting back in the car, we're all getting back in the car. So let me just go ahead and keep up. Like, let's keep this shit, you know, right and tight, right? Anyway, that did not work. So we're just running. While we're running, y'all, I won't even say 500 feet away. It was 3 motorcycles waiting on us. 3 motorcycles waiting on us. We started screaming help. Janay know how to speak a little Spanish, so she was saying it in Spanish. We screaming. They don't have no shoes on. We just running, and we just asking for, like, we just looking for help. But we saw this white man. What's the people that be living in them houses, them little smaller houses? They was in the 8 Mile movie with Eminem, with the house that Eminem and his mama used to live in. A trailer. He was in a trailer with his flashlight, talking about, okay, like, asking if we was okay, but, like, we don't know who's in on this. Like, this just happened to us 30 seconds ago. So, us seeing the motorcycles, y'all, why Lex? Lex go hide behind this thin-ass pole, booty bout big as hell. Who think you can't hide not a fuck thing from them niggas? 3 motorcycles waiting on us. A white man and a flashlight by a trailer. We running to the next resort. Because, like I said, y'all, I was just asleep 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago, my eyes was closed. I have no idea what was on my phone. I have no idea how far we are. I'm just following along and going with the, like, there's no questions being asked right now. We're just fighting for our life. So I had no idea that we was 5 minutes from the resort. But this is 5 minutes driving. This is not 5 minutes walking. We're also in the dark. Our resort is in the cut. We running. We see a hotel. We see a resort. We thinking because at our resort they speak English, because it's tourists, they gonna speak English. But we're not at the resort. We're at the security to get in the resort. Biggest language barrier that you can motherfucking imagine. We are talking to these people in Google Translate. Mind you, we are freaking out. We can barely breathe. Like, everybody is panicking. Because this did not just happen. We talking to them. Mid-combo, this nigga start chuckling. Chuckling, y'all. Laughing. I'm in this whole, like, the girl from Bad Girls Club. Why are you laughing at me? I had to ask them, like, what is so funny? Like, what is funny? Like, and that's when Lex came up with this, like, are y'all in on this? Like, is y'all trying to get us too? Because we don't trust nobody. We don't know who to go to. We don't know what to do, who to speak to, where to, like, y'all, it's crazy. So I get this idea to go through the gate. The gate is closed, but if I push it both ways, my little ass can maybe get through it. All I hear is Lex say, Maya, I got something to go to. Chill. Because if I run through this, I'm trespassing. These niggas gonna shoot me in my back. I'm trying to go to the resort and get a phone and talk to somebody in English, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna make it. I'm knowing they'll follow me because that's what we've been doing this whole time. There's no talking for real. But I knew they would follow me, but it's like, no, fuck that. So we keep talking to them. They're trying to talk to our resort, and they're calling the resort on a walkie, like, asking, like, do we live there? Like, they asking us our resort, our names, our room number, and we didn't want to give them no room number. Why would I give you my room number? Like, y'all finna take us. Like, oh my God, what the fuck? Why do you need that? You do not need that, and we're telling you, we no shoes, no wig. Like, what the, like, come on, look at my face. You can tell we just got into something. So they asking for the room number. Janay told them 443. We really was in 442. But at the end of the day, we realized we're not even going to be here by the end of this night. So let's just tell them the room number. So we got that clear. They finally came. So they finally called the resort. They talked to the resort. They had asked us about another bitch because when we had lied and said we were staying in 443, they was like, who is this and that? And that wasn't us, obviously. So then we told them the real room number because we realized we was not going to stay there not a minute longer. Like, as soon as we can get the fuck out of Colombia, we got the fuck out of Colombia. That's why we was back 24 hours, and it's unbelievable. Unfucking believable. So we see this van come. Silver van, unbranded, no name on it. We like, oh my God, y'all, like, this could be just as bad. And it doesn't make it no worse. Like, the van was right there. As the van is parking, we see another van that's branded with the name of the resort we're at. So we're like, oh my God, is it passing us up? Should we get in this van? Then they talking about we need to get in the back. Legs pull me. I'm getting in the front. They in the two. They sit on this too, and we got the security man that we just talked to for the last, like, 20 minutes in the middle. We not playing, because even when the man came and picked us up, I'm asking him for his ID. I'm asking for his information. I don't care about no name tag, because you could have got it out for that Party City. I don't know. Because of the cousin, y'all could all be doing this to us. We don't know. We don't trust nobody. We just literally just almost got our life taken and fought for our life, and we barely got out of it. So of course we're not trying to go back in the situation. So we get in the van. we got our windows down. The Lex and Janay got their windows down. I got my window down, and I keep pressing unlock because when we got in, I heard them lock it, and I'm really paranoid at this point. So if I'm in the front seat, I'm finna keep this door unlocked. Every 5 seconds, I kept pressing the unlock button because if we gotta roll out, we don't got no phones. The phones is in the car. Mine's under the seat. The man don't even know my phone under the seat. So I'm just unlocking. If we gotta roll and go again, we gonna do it again, and we gonna run back to the resort. But we seen a resort name, and it was like a release. But, like, we still so scared, like, terrified. So we finally get to the resort. I think we stopped and talked to them for a minute, but we wasn't really trying to talk because we were trying to go back to our room and get our iPads. Thank God that we had our iPads, and immediately we just called our families. Was trying to talk to them, yada, yada, this, right? Cool. The police finally got there. Like I said, y'all, my phone fell. He didn't snatch my phone. So my phone is under his seat. He has no idea that my phone is under his seat. So he's driving, making pit stops. I'm screenshotting every time this nigga make a move. I have 18 screenshots in my phone of this nigga with the phones in the car. The police get there. I'm telling them the last stop. The last stop was a minute ago when they got there. I'm just showing them like, hey, like he's right here, right here. They gonna ask us, should we go with them? Like, we need to go with them. We need to go with Colombia laws. We need to go with them and identify them. We need to identify the man that just tried to kidnap us so we can know that it's him. We all looked at each other like, fuck no. I'm telling them, like, there's no way I'm going back in a situation that we just got out of. Like, we were so blessed to get out of this situation. I'm not putting myself in no danger. We all on the same page. None of us is doing the same thing. Like, we is not going back in that car. The cop car wasn't even a cop car. Not the cop cars we used to. It looked like a SWAT car. Like, the people they, like, transferring the inmates. Like, the backup, they pull it, and it's people, like, we wouldn't be able to have got back in, like, we wouldn't be able to have unlocked that door. I don't know what the fuck he thought was going on, but that shit was stupid as fuck. So they like, okay. Mind you, we're translating through somebody at the resort. It's a guy named Raphael. Raphael, I love you with all my heart. Thank you so much for being on our side. Thank you for trying to communicate, but at the same time, he was translating, and I'm not sure he was saying everything that we were saying. So it's like, again, it's a language barrier. These we can barely communicate with these people to even get the help that we need. So what was I saying? They asked me for my iPad. The police officers asked me for my iPad, to bring my iPad with them to go to the scene without us. Because we didn't agree to go to the scene with them. I'm like, no, I'm not giving y'all my iPad. This is the only way I'm able to communicate with my mama. The only way I'm going to be able to communicate with my mama, no. Like, there's no way I'm giving y'all my iPad. I already got my phone stolen. Like, I just almost got kidnapped. We all just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not giving you my iPad. This nigga gonna ask me for my iCloud. My iCloud. So you want me to give you my iCloud so that when I do leave Colombia, you'll know exactly where I'm at right now? So you can come to Houston, come get me at my mama's house? Absolutely fucking not. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all the backstory, too. I'm going to get a little bit more into it because a lot happened after that. But, I'm going to give y'all the backstory, too, because y'all going to be like, why the fuck did we even go? I don't know. Okay, so all that happened, and like I said, my phone is under the seat, so I'm keep tracking this man, right? The police said they're gonna go to the scene, and we told them to call the resort because we couldn't get WhatsApp. We on iPads, and for some reason none of us could download WhatsApp, none of us could update WhatsApp, so we wasn't gonna be able to be in contact with them. So how about y'all contact the resort, and the resort call us from the room, because we about to go in our room. We don't even want to be outside. I know there's security at the front, and it's really hard to get in here, but like I said, because of a cousin, I don't know who's on this. I don't really believe y'all on my side, so we're gonna be the smartest that we can be. So the resort came to our door, which I don't know why they came to our door, because we just almost got kidnapped. So obviously we don't want you at our door. We would have came back down, no problem. But they came to our door. They on FaceTime. We telling him the description of the car. Like I said, Janay had poured the interior. Lex had said on her side, she was sitting on the right side in the back seat, that it was kind of scratched up in the tent. We telling him that. I'm also telling him that my phone is under the seat. My phone is in there. These things are going to tell us they don't have probable cause, and it's not part of the law. It's prohibited for them to open the door without permission. Now, I know I'm from the U.S., and I know we a little corrupt, but baby, that sounds like some bullshit to me, bitch. My phone is down there. My phone is literally, we put the satellite on. I'm telling y'all the street. I'm telling y'all exactly where this nigga at. The only reason we didn't go is because we didn't know if it was a warehouse, a butcher shop, a chop shop. We didn't know if the cartel was going to be waiting on us. We're not going to get shot and be put in another predicament where we almost lose our life. So, we didn't go. looking back at it, I wish we would have went, but at the same time, I'm glad where we were at. Like, I'm like being home. Like, fuck the phones. We replaced the phones. I have a new phone. I don't even care. So, they went back to they said oh, three yellow taxis. Why they going? We told them the description of the man. We told him he was darker than me. He had a little hair, but not too much hair, and he was young, and he had a goatee. We told them the description before they even went. Why the fuck they gonna FaceTime us and show us the man, this old ass man? I really believe it could have been his dad, the granddad, because he made so many stops to where like he probably had somebody else driving the car on the way home. It wasn't him dropping it off. Like, we don't even know if this is really where the man stayed. But they showed us this old-ass Colombian, barely got any hair, no chin hair whatsoever, no beard, no nothing. We just looking like, so this the end? Like, y'all done trying to help us? Like, I really believe the police officers were more like, y'all over here asking for phones, but we really wanted to find him. We wanted him to... I want this nigga to be under the jail cell. I want the devil personally to come get this nigga and drag him down below him. I believe he deserves the worst of the worst of the worst, okay? So we just wanted him never to be able to do that again. If we the way this happened, it felt like a movie, so we thought we was going to get the happy ending and where everything got solved before we left and we could just go home and nothing, we would never have to like think or talk about it again. But now we have to spread this awareness because this is so real. You don't think it's going to happen until it happens. So they basically like gave us false hope, telling us we gonna find the phone, whatever the case may be. We end up going down to the resort later on because we had to pack our bags because we ready to go. We about to go. Why everybody at the resort know who we are? Because we the only young black group with curly hair, red hair. We almost got kidnapped, and the whole resort knows about it. We trying to talk to the people about getting a refund because what the fuck, we're not staying here no more. We're about to leave. Like the car is coming to get us. We ordered a car through a private company. Our travel agent did it for us. So we real paranoid, y'all. Like, we not playing no games no more. While we get to the airport, our phones are 4 miles away. This nigga is back at the same location that he picked us up when we went to Casablanca. Plaque, whatever. Y'all, I don't even care about the names and what happened no more because I'm gone. I'm back in my city. I'm not even going to say what city I'm in because I don't want y'all to come get me. I don't want them. Y'all. Crazy. Now, I'm going to tell y'all everything we should have did because it was so many signs. So this is basically going to be a video of all like the backstory, like why, like all the signs that we had, and we should have just never even fucking went. So first red flag, we get there, we check in, everything cool. We ate because we had a very early flight. We had a 6 a.m. flight. We were supposed to be in Cartagena by 1 o'clock. We missed our first flight. We're eating. Go to the flight because we so used to flying Southwest that board at 15 minutes before. We not used to flying Delta and having to board 40 minutes to go. So we literally sit down. We thinking that this is the flight that we going with because when we sat down, there were people there saying they were going to Atlanta. So we thinking we on that flight. Lex look at the phone and say like, no, they just departed. They say they leaving. We're watching our flight leave. So then we talk to the service people and tell them like, hey, when the next flight? We're going to Cartagena. She's telling us it's going to be super hard for us to get there. So we like, bro, like what? So we go on the next Atlanta flight. That flight got delayed. So then we ended up having difficulty going to Bottega, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't even need to know the names because I'm never going back. Biggest language barrier. So then we missed that flight. We were supposed to leave Bottega at like 4:47, but we didn't leave. So then we ended up being on the next flight. Even on that last flight from Bottega to Cartagena, because we're still in Colombia. Even though we're in different cities, but it's still Colombia. The wheels was making the weirdest noise, y'all. The scariest noise. And y'all know what's going on in this world. So it was just like, please let us get there. We get there. We didn't even have our driver waiting on us because, like I said, we were supposed to get there at 1 p.m. We got here at 10:30. We got off the flight at 10:30. Let's not even... Y'all, Janay's luggage is in Atlanta. Janay's luggage is in Atlanta. They left one of her luggages in Atlanta. So we had to talk to the people at the airport about the luggage. So that took a minute. Then we realized our driver's not outside. So we took a taxi. That's why we had no issue taking a taxi from Casablanca. Because we had took a taxi just to get to the resort. We get to the resort. The food is nasty. That was another sign. Then Tuesday, that's the next day. Because we got there at 10:30 next day. We got fucking kidnapped. Because we actually were in his possession. We were in his possession. for 23 minutes. And we were fighting him for 10. It was just so many things, so many signs. When we was at Casablanca, we was talking about a situation where if anything happens to y'all, I'm going to always defend y'all, right or wrong. If I'm not playing by my friends. It was so much foreshadowing because I did not know 30 minutes later I would really be having a fight with my friends. I did not know in my head, like, I'm asleep and I'm going to wake up fighting my friends. We would talk about how, like, it was crazy. It was so many signs. And it was like, even when they was texting, because I know y'all saw they stories. They was texting while I was asleep. Why did we not stop? You know, it's so many shoulda, coulda, wouldas, but it's at the same time, like, we out of it and we back home. And when I tell y'all it's the craziest thing to be back home 24 hours after that, we was getting picked up from the airport at 1 a.m. that next day, this morning. So all I can really tell y'all, I'm not trying to convince y'all not to go to Colombia. I'm not trying to convince y'all not to travel. All I'm saying is book the right travel agent. Make sure you're safe. Get a gun license if you're in the U.S. If you're traveling in the U.S., get a gun license. Make sure you have a travel agent, the proper travel agent that's doing everything correctly. Make sure y'all have a private driver that knows the city, that knows the areas, knows the people. Just be safe and pray to God, because you really don't know. You don't think it's gonna be you until it's you. I promise. I've been on so many vacations, like DR, Jamaica. We went to Mexico just this January. I've been to Mexico twice. Like, my passport has multiple stamps on it. So for this to happen to us on this last trip that we have been so excited for, that we deserve to go on, it's insane. It's insane being in the house that I'm in with my mom, like, and being able to tell this story, because we did not think this would be us. We did not know where we was going to be. When that was happening, we did not think we would be able to do this. We didn't even have phones 24 hours ago. So I just say stay close to God. Even whatever religion you have, stay close to God. Be safe. Pray. Pray for us. Heavy on the please pray for us. Pray for our mental health. Pray for our sanity. Like, it's gonna be very hard for us to heal. But I just want to say I appreciate the people I was with. I'm so glad they reacted the way they did. I'm so glad it was really just either 3 or none. You feel me what I'm saying? It was never like fighting for your life. We're fighting for our life. So I just appreciate the people I love. This is going to be the craziest trauma bond. We are stuck for life. I love you bitches to the death of me. Y'all got me for life, for real. So just spread the word. Spread the word. Please spread the word.
The fact that I'm laying right here, right now in my bed is so surreal to me. You know why? Because I survived a kidnap attempt with my friends in Cartagena, Colombia. Excuse my lashes, y'all. I keep crying. Like, this is something that is so traumatizing to me. And I just decided to share my story because I know so many people who travel and you never would think that it would be you. This is going to be a simplified version. I already told the full story on my Instagram, but I just wanted to share it on TikTok as well. So this should just be a shorter version. So me and my friends met up with a mutual friend that just so happened to be in Colombia. We decided to do a party bus tour. Once the party bus was over, they did leave with their private driver because they had a meal to go eat with their private chef. And we was just like, okay, well, we're going to go grab some food because the food at our resort was nasty. So we ended up going to Casa Palenque. Now, this is not like a random area. Tourists go here all the time. When I tell y'all, it's kind of like, I want to say like a Bourbon Street. I don't know if y'all ever been to New Orleans, but it's basically like a strip. Like, it's a lot of people out there. There's vendors. Like, it was a public place. So we ate. I had me a little hookah. My phone did get stolen, so I'm going to include as much pictures as I can, but I really don't have anything to show y'all. So once it was time to go, there's taxis, like, all over the place, like, you know, to take you home. If you go to Cartagena, Colombia, do not trust the yellow taxis whatsoever. The first taxi we went to was trying to charge us $50, and we was like, no, we don't want the $50. After that, we went with the second taxi, and it's crazy because he charged us $50 too, but we was just like, at that point, it was like, okay, honestly, if we keep trying, they're all going to charge us $50. We just wanted to get home. Our hotel was about 30 minutes from where we were at in the city. So we was just like, okay, forget it. We're going to go ahead and take it. So we told him where we were going, and he said, okay, he never put in his GPS. We just took that as this is his city. I know my way around my city without a GPS, so that's why we didn't think anything of it. Come back for part 2. Okay, here's part 2 on surviving my kidnap attempt in Cartagena, Colombia. So people told us that the Ubers was illegal. That is the only reason we were taking taxi. How we knew that Ubers weren't illegal, we would not have took a taxi. We just thought that it made sense to take, what was legal. We weren't trying to get in trouble in a foreign country. So I'm not going to go into deep details as far as the red flags. I'm just going to give y'all all the red flags that we seen, which led up to the event, and then I'm going to tell y'all the event. First red flag, he did not use the GPS. We assumed that he knew where he was going because this was his city. We told him where we needed to go, but we did put in our GPS the hotel resort so that we could track it. We did that anytime we got in a car with anybody because I don't know, that's just how I am. Even if I take an Uber back home here where I'm from. Number 2, he kept looking back at me. My friend sat in the passenger side. I sat behind her, and my other friend sat in the seat behind him. He kept looking back the whole ride. I didn't know. I'm not going to lie. Colombians, they were flirtatious, very flirtatious. So I didn't know what he was on, but I didn't say anything to him. He did not talk the entire time. Let's start there. He didn't say a word. He kept taking wrong turns. My friend had to tell him, like, hey, no, you're supposed to keep straight because he kept trying to take a left. Oh, no, make a right. Like, our time went up from 23 minutes. We were 23 minutes away from our hotel. It went up to, like, 25. And then it started going down from there. My friend who was in the front seat, of course, she could see more what's going on in the front. She said that when he was supposed to make a U-turn, which you would have to be in the left-hand lane, he tried to get in the right, and she told him, like, hey, no, you need to get in the left lane. Another thing, anytime you go to foreign countries, when you're in a car with them, they drive hella fast. Like, they have bad road rage. This man was driving slow. It took, like, a 23-minute ride. It took us about 35 minutes to get there. So now, to the attempt. We literally were 5 minutes away from our hotel, y'all. This man drove us 30 minutes. We were 5 minutes away from our hotel. Out of nowhere. Mind y'all, this was a stick shift car. I did mention when we first got in the car, I was like, y'all, I wish I knew how to drive a stick shift. Not knowing that we would actually have to attempt to try to drive a stick shift. He changed the gear and immediately grabbed behind him, reached my phone and reached my friend's phone in the passenger seat. My other friend who was sitting behind him, she was sleeping. So I'm assuming that's why he didn't try to grab her phone as well. Regardless, he has 2 hands. So, even if he did try, it wouldn't have worked. Immediately after, instincts kicked in. I attacked him. She attacked him. Here's part 3, story time of me and my friends surviving a kidnap attempt in Cartagena, Colombia. So in the process of me attacking him, I'm screaming to my other friend. I'm like, wake up, he's trying to kidnap us. So she starts attacking him too. So it's 3 of us attacking him from different directions. I feel like he did not expect this to happen at all. Like, he did not expect us to put up a fight like that, y'all. We were going in on him. So at this point, he's trapped in the corner, the driver's side of the car. So he jumps out the car. So at this point, since he can't have all 3 of us, he's at least trying to take one of us. So he comes to the back side of the car. He tries to drag my friend out the car. I told them, I said, y'all, we need to stay together. We're either all going to be in this car or we're all going to get out this car. So he keeps trying to drag her out the car. I'm pulling her back in. He tries that for a good 5 minutes. He couldn't get her out. After that, he comes to my side. Y'all, I got the most damage. Like, he kept hitting me the most. I don't know if it's because I was attacking him the most or what, but y'all, he kicked me in my chest. Y'all, he had steel toe boots on. He kicked me and my friend in the chest, actually, but he kicked me in my chest. He dragged me out the car with my wig. My friend pulling me in. She pulled me in, so that pulled him back in. When he got in, he's like hitting me. He's hitting me in my chest, y'all. So at this point, I'm just literally trying anything just to get out of this situation. Y'all, I bit him. Not only did I grab his balls, I twisted them. And I just kept twisting and twisting and twisting. And eventually, he just backed up off of me. So then he tried my last friend. She must have went in on him so bad, y'all. Her nails, her raw meat is showing. I have the picture of that, so I'm going to put that in here. Her raw meat is showing on her nails. Like, y'all. So eventually, he gave up on that. And he went back to the front. But once all these attacks did not work, y'all, eventually he tried to get back in the car. My friend is in the front. Oh, when he tried to attack me, my friend's in the front trying to drive the car. We were trying to, get out at least out of the situation. And once he realized that worked, he got back in the car. And we were trying to lock the car. We don't know how to work a foreign car. And I feel so helpless in this situation. And y'all, we are on a pitch black road. No street lights. Nothing. So he was trying to drive again. We started attacking him again. You're not going nowhere with us, sir. So Eventually, he got back and he drugged me out the car. Y'all, ripped my whole wig off of me. My knee is scraped up. So then my friends hopped out the car. We all hopped out the car. So all of our phones are in the car at this point. We're in a pitch black road. So my friend is like still trying to get our phones. And she was like hanging on the door as he was driving. He kept trying to brake check. She was trying to get our phones so bad because we did not know where we were going to go. Like, we're in the middle of nowhere in a foreign country. We were terrified after he just took our phones, attacked us. So once that did not work, he ended up driving off. I don't want to make this part too long, so come back to part 4. I'm trying to make that the last part. Part 4 of how me and my friends survived a kidnap attempt in Cartagena, Colombia. So immediately, y'all, I'm a mom. My instincts just automatically click in. I'm like, y'all, I understand y'all want y'all phones, but we have to go. He may have somebody waiting to come get us. You don't know who he has with him, accomplices or what. So I'm like, y'all, we got to run. So we just started running, y'all. We just kept running. All of a sudden, somebody on a motorcycle came. I was like, y'all, no, don't talk to him. Like, we just kept going. And I realized it was a security guard. He was trying to help us. Right to that point, y'all, we have no shoes. We have no phones. My wig is off my head. Like, we just have nothing. We realized it was like a security station. They helped us. At first, we were not trusting of them. We did not want to. It was a language barrier, so we could not communicate with them. They were trying to communicate with us through Google Translate. I didn't know if they were in on it, so I did not want to communicate with them. But eventually, we realized I just was praying the entire time. Honestly, when we were running the entire time, I was praying. I was like, God, just thank you, Lord. God, just give me discernment, Lord. Give us guidance. Like, I was just like, God, just please let us make it back home to our families. Like, we were all on the same court that if we made it back to that hotel, we were leaving on the first flight out back to Houston. So yeah, eventually, the security people, they got in contact with our hotel and they were able to send a car to come get us. When the car came, it was untagged, y'all. I was not playing with them. He was like, no, y'all, come on, let's get in the car or whatever. And I was like, no, if y'all security guards are not getting in this car with us, we're not going. We will walk back to this hotel because we knew how to get there. It was just a dark, pitch black road, like nothing but trees, woods, like we're scared. The security guard was like, yeah, we'll come. He tried to get in the front. I said, no, you're getting in this back seat, mister. Y'all, we made him ride in between us. I made my friend get in the front seat. We had our windows down in the back seat in case we needed to jump out that car. But we made it back to the hotel safe, y'all, immediately. We just like broke down. We were hugging each other. Like, we could not sleep. This is just like such a traumatizing experience. Everybody keep telling us, like, you know, we need to contact the police, the embassy, and everything. Everybody just, it was a lot. The police came. They eventually went to go check the scene out. And one of my friends, her phone was left inside the car because he did not take her phone. She was sleeping. So we had her updated location. Even still to right now, we can see her updated location because her phone isn't dead. Y'all, they went there. They showed us a random man. They said it was 3 taxis in that apartment complex. They showed us a random man driver. It wasn't him, but they never showed us 2 other drivers. So honestly, I feel like the police was in on it. They tried to actually get us to leave with the police. They said we have to go with him to go with them to identify the man, and we refused. I told them we're not going anywhere. Like, if I go anywhere, it's going to be me leaving here to go to the airport to go home. And I'm so glad I didn't because they could have been in on it. Like, they didn't show us the guy. Y'all showed us one person, but y'all said it was 3 taxis there. Weird. So this is the last part of how me and my friends survived the kidnapping attempt in Cartagena, Colombia. So y'all, honestly, with this situation, when I told the story on Instagram, I thought I was good. I thought I was over it. A couple hours had went by. It was about 12 hours later. I thought I was fine. Mind y'all, we literally had only been in Colombia for 24 hours at this point. We arrived in Colombia at 10:30 p.m. on Monday. This happened Tuesday at 1:38 in the morning. We were literally texting each other in the ride the entire time, which is crazy because we were literally had just joked about, like, I told her, I said, he acting weird. If he tries something, we're going to take his car. Not knowing that a minute later, he would snatch our phones and we could have been sex trafficked, y'all. He literally had 3 motorcycles waiting down the road, but because we had passed them up and beat him up to that point, they didn't come to that point because we were so close to where the security was. They did not want us to get caught. I just want to tell anybody who decides to go to Cartagena, Colombia, if you ever decide, get a private driver. Honestly, I wouldn't even trust the street food. Get you a private chef. Like, do not trust the yellow taxis. Do not go anywhere by yourself. keep the communication with those people to a bare minimum because they scam. Even when we bought stuff off the street, y'all, they kept trying to scam us and overcharge us. This man tried to sell my friend some gas, some Zaza. He wanted $50 for 3.5 or 3.5. Do you think we're agreeing? Mind you, nobody out there was smoking. That was skeptical. He's talking about somebody got that sticky icky. No, you kept your sticky and your icky because nobody wants that. My biggest fear was going out here and getting like a stomach bug. I didn't got kidnapped. That was the least of my worries. Like, this is just such a traumatizing experience. 1 minute I'm crying, the next minute I'm happy because I'm like, dang, I really made it back home. I just keep thinking about how so many people do not make it back home. And nobody understands how I feel in this situation except my two friends who were there with me. It's so many emotions, y'all. I'm paranoid. Like, when I got off the plane, I'm checking over my shoulder. Like, I know I'm going to have to go to therapy for this situation because it's so traumatizing. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. My voice is going in and out because I keep crying. Like, this is just such a devastating experience. And it makes me want to set out on traveling. We literally had another trip booked for May. This literally makes me want to sit out on traveling. We've said forget the trip, forget the money we spent. Y'all, we spent so much money on this trip. It's just not even worth it. Be safe. Watch your surroundings. And if you don't know how to defend yourself, please have self-defense. Because if it wasn't for us self-defending ourselves, that man probably would have been able to get us. He was not expecting that at all. Like, he just kept looking at us like he was in shock. We fought back for our lives. And I will do it again if I have to. If I had a weapon, I would have defended myself if I had to. Please just be cautious, y'all, as a young female, like, anywhere. Because men do not have the same experience in these foreign countries that we have. I'm just not waking up and I'm seeing all these outlets are posting us and everybody have their opinions, but I just want to clear up a few things. For one, we were not drunk. For some reason, we just had no desire to have a drink, which is so crazy because we literally drink on vacation, but we did not drink when we were in the city. So we had not one lick of alcohol. Like, we literally ate at that restaurant and had water. The most I had was a hookah, but what is a hookah? Number two, we never got our phones back. My phone location still says that it's in Colombia. We all ordered new phones. We were on our iPads. That's how we were able to get in contact with our parents. I never bring my iPad. For some reason, I brought my iPad with me, but yes, that's another thing. 3, it may seem crazy how he waited till 5 minutes till we got to the hotel. It's crazy to us too. We literally was saying the same thing. Why did he wait till he got so close to the hotel? I don't know. That was nothing but God. In my mind, this is what I said. I feel like he was just trying to figure out how he was going to do it because it was 3 of us. I don't feel like this was planned. Everybody keeps saying his buddies would have came. This was not planned. He literally was driving up and we was like, hey, how much for the ride or whatever. Like, he wasn't like sitting parked plotting. Like, he was like passing us up and we were walking and we was like, hey, are you accepting, rides right now? And he said yes. He asked us where we were going. He asked us where we were going. We told him and he said 50. And we said, okay, we got in the car. So he didn't have time to contact any accomplices. He was not on his phone the entire time. He picked his phone up one time. He looked at something and then he put his phone back down. So he did not have time to communicate with anybody. Y'all keep saying we wouldn't have got away. No, baby, we would have got away because God is always on my side. The entire time this was going on, I was praying, I was screaming, I was repenting. So yes, it may seem surreal, it may seem fake, but nothing about it is fake. At the end of the day, a lot of y'all don't believe in God. That's why y'all think it's fake. No, baby, it's real. It's real. Nothing about it is fake. Nothing.
Another thing people were saying, we probably was aggressive towards him. What's crazy is we did not have a conversation. I couldn't even tell you what his voice sounded like. We had no conversation with him. We did not go off on him. Y'all, we was chilling. Like, we were just ready to get back home to the hotel. Like, we were just tired. At the end of the day, it's always going to be some weirdos saying they don't believe us. This is why people never come out. But at the end of the day, I'm used to attention. I already have a large following. So I'm used to people having negative shit to say. At the end of the day, this is real. This really happened to us. Y'all have a blessed day. I hope this never happens to y'all family, since y'all just don't believe us. And I'm about to go have some retail therapy. I am not reading the comments no more, because that shit will drive you crazy.